Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. Welcome to the sixth day of a series of webinars and hands-on training on Google Apps and web tools presented by English Alumni Society, NAMAL. I am Aisha Begum Gilani, your host for today's session. Prior to starting today's session and virtual workshop, let's commence with the recitation of the Holy Quran. I'd request Mr. Muhammad Sibghatullah to please recite a few verses from the Holy Book.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Now I request all the participants to please mark their attendance in the attendance poll. We'll formally begin with our session in 5 minutes.
Can you see the attendance poll, Aisha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Two more students are left. Yeah, Aisha, you can continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a world where digital proficiency is increasing vitally, it's crucial for students to master Google Apps and online tools to excel in both academic and professional pursuits. Our series of webinars and practical training sessions are tailored to provide participants with the expertise and abilities to maximize their potential of confidence and these tools. Through engaging in these sessions, attendees will not only attain proficiency in utilizing these tools, but also develop the confidence to effectively integrate into them then in their active everyday tasks and resulting in heightened productivity, efficiency, and achievement. Last week, we had an outstanding session on Padlet under the mentorship of Ms. Zainab Mumtaz, and today I am pleased to announce that we are joined by another honorable guest speaker, Ms. Rabia Shah, for an insightful session on Google Slides. Miss Rabia Shah completed her Miss MPhil in English from Kurtaba University, Peshawar. With 5 years of teaching experience, she has served as an English language teacher at esteemed institutions. Currently, she is working as a lecturer at IM Sciences University, Peshawar. She has worked as a mentor and English language instructor at the English Works program, a collaboration between Relo, Pakistan, US Embassy, and Shahid Benazir Bhutto Women University, Peshawar. She has an open program alumna and completed training grammar communicatively course delivered by World Learning in the year 2022. She has also had the opportunity of mentoring novice teachers through PEDNET Small Grant 2022, actively participating in Relo Pakistan and the US Embassy training sessions. He was fortunate enough to present at the third English Language Expo 2023 and attended the TESS All International Convention and English Language Expo 2023 at Portland. US, these opportunities helped her grow professionally and personally. She has also have the opportunity to hold certifications in academic writing, English for business and entrepreneurship, and English for media literacy. Her managerial skills complement her roles and help her grow in her life professionally and personally. Ma'am, we thank you so much for joining us today. I'd request you to please commence with the presentation.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for the extensive introduction. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'll keep my this video switched off because of the weather condition. My internet is not very stable, so I hope that's not an issue because I don't want any disruption in my voice while I'm delivering the presentation.
Sure, ma'am.
So, okay. So today my presentation topic is Google Slides, which is one of the Google suites that is important for your Google certifications, and it can also help you out in delivering smooth presentations in your daily life, or be it in academics or be in your professional field. So before moving on to my presentation, I would like to just give an idea how I'm going to proceed with the presentation. So for that, I'm just sharing my screen. Kindly let me know if my screen is visible to all of you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. You just have to bear with my slow internet today. The weather condition in Peshawar is very unpredictable lately. Okay, so in today's presentation, I'm first going to give you an overview of what Google Slide is, and then I'll be moving on to how to access it, or how you can start preparing a presentation with the help of Google Slides, how to name those presentations that you prepare, how to add different themes to your presentations, what are the functions of the top panel that you have in Google Slides, the insertion options, collaboration features, extensions, downloading presentations, and sharing different features of this Google Slides. And then in the end, I
Miss
would be
Rabia,
moving on.
Miss Rabia, your voice is a bit
Yes.
low. Can you move the mic a little bit near to yourself?
Okay, let me do. Is it clear now?
Not so much.
Okay, let me just remove the headphones so that helps. Is it clear now even?
Aisha, is it clear?
No, ma'am, it's still not audible clearly.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so and at the end, I will move on to the question answer session. But while I'm going through these different features of Google Slides, if you have any questions, you can always type them in the comment section of the chat box, and I take up those questions as well. So may I just know in the chat box how many of you have already used Google Slides before or have any idea about Google Slides? Okay.
The
Okay,
only Google app, the students know about is actually Google Forms, because they are being circulated, all the time. I don't think most of them, they know about Google Slides.
Okay, then that this presentation is going to be very interesting for them. Yes, it is somewhat similar to PowerPoint tool, and I'm going to discuss that in my presentation as well. So we have mostly prepared different presentations through PowerPoint, or sometimes we have received presentations from our teachers or lecturers in the form of PowerPoint, which is a Microsoft application. It is somewhat similar to Google Slides as well. Both the applications are mainly used for making presentations, but I think that Google Slides is more user-friendly, considering the different features that Google has incorporated in Google Slides, rather than this PowerPoint presentation, because it is more of a traditional application that you could use for traditional slides. So it's whenever you're using any Google Suite, I think Google Slides is one of the most interesting one amongst all those Google Suite applications, because you can use it for multi-purposes. The main and the primary purpose of Google Slide is creating online presentations, and you can format different presentations through Google application as well. But other than this, you can always add different graphics in your presentation with the help of Google Slides. You can present or record your presentations, and then you can share those recorded presentations with your voice pre-recorded in those slides. You can always start a Google Meet, Google meeting directly while working on your presentations, which is a feature that PowerPoint does not offer. Other than this, you can collaborate in Google Slides, which again is difficult in Microsoft PowerPoint. You cannot collaborate with a lot of people within those slides. So that's why I believe that Google Slides is more user-friendly than Microsoft PowerPoint. But the main purpose again is for both is making presentations. Now, as a teacher, I use these Google Slides quite often, because for my students, I prepare presentation slides, and I believe majority of the audience here is also the students, so they may feel the need of using presentation slides while presenting any topic, or while even during their lectures, they prefer having presentation slides. So this application can help you out with that. Now, I attended few of the sessions before this one, and a lot of speakers guided you about how to access those different Google Suites, Suite applications. So Google Slides could be accessed in the same manner as the rest of them. I'm just going to start with how to access your Google Slides. So if you open your browser, now the first thing for any Google application that is a must is that you should have a Google ID, Gmail ID. So it gets more easier for you to access it. So once you log into your account and you open the browser, the easiest way through which you can access any Google Suite application is through this menu that you get here. You have all the Google applications available in this menu. So if you scroll down, you can find the application or the icon for Google Slides. and it is the easiest way to access it. If you have already logged into your account, you can always access Google Slides from here. Another way of accessing your Google Slides is by typing it here in the search engine, and you can go to Google Slides through your search engine as well. If not through search engine, then you can always access it from your Google Drive as well. If you go to Google Drive, then you can access Drive from this menu. You click on New, and here you can get Google Slides, and you can access Google Slides from here as well. So now it totally depends on you, whichever suits you, or whichever way suits you more, you can always go for that one. But this is the layout for accessing it through your computers. In mobile phones, you can also access Google Slides through your mobile phones. Again, through browser, you will be going through the same steps. But there is another feature that you can get through your phones, that is of Google Slides application from Play Store. You can always download Google Slides application through Play Store, and then like any other application, it could be easily accessed from your phone directly without going to your browser. So the layout for that is a little different, but still it is very easy, and the icon is the same, so you can access it through your phone anytime. Okay, so once you, I first start here. If you want to access Google Slides now, I find this way more convenient, and so I will go to Google Slides through this menu. You can click on the application, and it's going to redirect you to this page. Now I have a lot of presentations made through Google Slides. Like I said, that I use them quite often in my lectures, because I think as learners, it's more convenient to have some visual aid, and presentations can help you with that visual aid. So I use them quite often for any grammar topic that I teach in my classroom. You may see I have a lot of presentations here. So in case you're using it for the first time, you may not have this portion when you come to your Google Slides. But if you have already made presentations, or someone else have collaborated in any presentation with you, then you can find those presentations here. So here, when you come to this part, you have a lot of options here. First option is blank presentation. In your phones, you will not get this layout. You will rather get a plus sign, a similar icon here at the right hand corner of your screen. That's the layout for the phones. So here you have blank presentation option, and then general presentation, your big ideas, prototyping presentation, lookbook. These are all the templates, a template gallery. Just like any other Google application that you have covered so far, you have templates. I think you have covered Google Docs, if I'm not wrong, Google Document. And there you have a template gallery as well. Similarly, for Google Slides, you have a whole template gallery in case you're new and you don't know how to make a presentation. You can always go for the ready-made templates that they offer. And they have a variety of templates here. It could be for general presentation purposes. You can make portfolios through it. You can even make invites through Google Slides. Now, you can make invites or brochures through this application easily, but I would suggest that the best application for making brochures, flyers, or party invites would be Canva rather than Google Slides. But if you're not familiar with Canva, then you can always use Google Slides for it as well. Now, these are different templates that you have. you can always click on one. Let me just click on one and show you how you can work with the template, ready-made template. If I'm clicking on this first one, that is a general presentation, it's going to lead me to this ready-made template for me, in which I have different presentation slides on the left side. If you can see it, just loading, but you have a variety of slides here, and the theme is already applied to each one of the slides. There is a proper color scheme, there is a proper theme. Now you can always make edits by clicking on whatever you want to change, and you can write whatever you want for your presentation. And the changes will be made to the ready-made template. You won't have to select the theme or the font or the colors or the pictures. So that's how the ready-made templates can help you out. In case you don't want to go for a ready-made template, and in today's presentation, I'm not going to go with a ready-made template. Rather, I'm going to create a new one and show you how you can start with a new blank presentation from the scratch. So if you want to start with a blank presentation where you choose the theme, the colors, the font, the text, everything according to your own requirement, you always need to go for the blank presentation. That can help you out with creating a new presentation. Now, before going for the presentation, I want to explain this menu first. What are the different features that you get here? Other than the template gallery, you have this option of how you want to view your existing presentation slides that you have. Now, I have plenty of them, and I choose this grid menu rather than the list one. But if you want to change the layout of how you want to view your presentations, you can always go for a different option, that is the list view, and it can show you your presentations, plus it's going to show you who made the presentation. Now, these are the presentation slides that I made. So it's showing owned by me, and it also shows you how and when the presentations were modified, what were the edits made to the existing presentations, and what were the timings, what the dates of those edits. In case you have a presentation that in which someone else has collaborated with you and you have not made that presentation, so it's going to show you that as well. For example, here, this presentation is not made by me, it was made by someone else. So it is showing me that this presentation is made by someone else. And this icon here with some of the presentation shows that I have collaborated with other people by sharing my presentation with them. I'm going to teach you how you can share your presentation with someone else as well. Right now, I'm just showing you the options that you have here, the details that you get here. Now, if I don't like that way of seeing my presentations, now this could also be chosen by whoever is working with Google Slides. Now, even in this case, it is showing you the name of the presentations, plus when it was modified, and whether it is being shared with someone or not. You also get the same details in this layout. Then we have this option of sorting. Now, it depends on how you want to sort your presentations. First option is last opened by me. Whichever presentation you opened last would appear first in this menu, and then so on. I prefer last modified by me, because whenever I work with a presentation, the next day if I'm presenting that, so a day before my presentation, I definitely go through that presentation. So I open it, I modify it, and then in that case, it appears first in the list for me. So it's easy for me to access that presentation rather than finding it. Or it could be last modified, the one that you modified previously, and it could be modified by anyone. It could be by someone with whom you collaborated in that presentation slide, who else have the access to that presentation. You can also modify it, and any modification done to any presentation would appear first. And then you have another option of title. Based on title preferences, you can always sort your presentations out. Okay, now this is an option of file picker in case you want to search for any document, any slides. You can always click on it and you can search for it from Google Slides, in Drive if you have saved that, or any file that is shared with you, or if you have made any presentation, you've marked it important, you can access that through there as well. Then you have this option of search engine in case you want to search for any particular presentation and you remember its name. You can always type it here and it can show you that presentation slide, so it will be easy for you to access it. There is one friendly feature of Google Suite applications that you don't have to save them. They automatically get saved. This is one problem that I personally faced while working with Microsoft PowerPoint, and why I confidently say this, that it is not as user-friendly as Google Slides, because we live in Pakistan, and honestly, we sometimes don't know about the electricity. It's very unpredictable. So with Microsoft PowerPoint, I have faced this problem that I would work on my presentation, and before saving it, I would have this electricity problem, and because of that, my presentation and all the effort that I had put in preparing it would go to waste, because it could not get saved until and unless I manually saved those presentations. But with Google applications, you don't need to click on save. They automatically get saved. So in case there is load shedding or something like that, any other issue with technical glitch or something, so you don't have to worry about the presentation, because you can always start from where you stopped. Now, I just showed you how you can select a template, and then I crossed that template out. But you can see it got saved here automatically. I didn't click on save. I didn't do anything, but it automatically got saved here. So in case something like that happens, or you want to delete any slide that you made earlier, or you don't need it anymore, so you can always click on remove and it will get deleted like this. Then you have other options like renaming the slides. If you want to rename a slide, you can click on rename. You can remove, you can open a slide in new tab, or you can click on it and it will open in the current existing tab that you have opened. Then you have another option of available offline. It is a very good option, because again, though you work online while making the presentation, but sometimes if you want to access a presentation slide and you know that if you'll be presenting in a classroom where you won't have access to internet, so you may worry that how will I access my Google slides, or if it has poor connectivity issue there. So you can always select this option of available offline, and you can access those slides even when you don't have internet anymore. So and for this, it's, I think, very friendly when you have the mobile application, because sometimes when I am free and I have spare time, I don't need to switch on my laptop or use a computer to prepare my presentation slides. I rather go to my Google Slide application on my phone, and I prepare my lecture through my phone, and I just click on available offline, and then I can access those slides anytime I want, even if I don't have the internet available. So you have this option as well, which I think is not very convenient in PowerPoint that we have from Microsoft. Now, for starting a new presentation slides, I would click on blank presentation, and it's going to lead me to a whole different slide, which is a blank one, and I can then activities here or apply different features that Google offers me. Now, this is how you access a new presentation. First, I would suggest that it would be better if you name your presentations, because then in case, again, load shedding or due to any glitch, if your system shuts down, so next time when you're accessing it, your presentation will be saved by a name, and it will be easy for you to access that presentation. Even if you fail to name it, even in that case, your presentation will get saved with the name untitled presentation. So if you have multiple untitled presentations, so then it gets a little hectic for you to access or to open the presentation that you want to at that particular moment. So I would suggest the first step should be naming your presentation, and you can simply click on it and name whatever you want to your presentation, and then that's it. Now, if you see here, it's written saving. This is automatically getting saved. You don't need to do anything for saving it. If you think that it is an important document, you can always click on the star, and it can be marked as an important slide, and it'll be easy for you to access. If you want to move it somewhere in your Google Drive to a particular document, or sorry, a particular folder, so you can click on move, and you can select whichever location you want to for your presentation, and then you can click on move, and it will be moved to that particular folder in your drive. And if you want to check the status of your document, whether it's saved or not, you can click on this cloud, and it will let you know that the document is ready for offline use, or say changes are saved to it or not. It can let you know about the status of the presentation that you have. Now I'm going to cross this this slide out, because I'm going to move to the one where I want you to work. Now I have named this presentation slide practice, and this is the very first title slide that I have here. So I'm going to be working on this slide to let you know about the different features of Google Slides. Now, first I am going to tell you about the menu that you have here. You have options like file, edit, view, insert, format, slide, arrange, tools, extensions, help, and accessibility. Now, I believe you have covered Google Documents, and you have all these options in Google Documents as well. And they work almost the same as Google Documents. So if you have worked on Google Documents, it will be easy for you to work with Google Slides as well. So the first one, if I click on it, is File. So you have different options of creating a new presentation or selecting from a template gallery in case you don't want to work on this one and you want to move on to a new presentation. So you can click on New. You can open one from your saved presentations. You can import slides from different presentations as well. You can make copy of the existing presentation. So you won't have to create a whole new one or copy each and every word to a new slide. Rather, if you just make a copy, you'll have two copies for the same presentation. This can help you out with collaborative work. Maybe you are you've made a presentation slide and you want to share those presentation slides with someone else for working on the same slides, but you don't want to lose the original presentation that you have. So you can always make a copy of the existing presentation. You can share or give access to another collaborator in a copy, while you still have the original saved with you and untouched by another presenter. Now you can also select, make a copy of some selected slides, or you can make a copy of the entire presentation that you have made. I'll be coming to this option, which is share, and this is through which you can collaborate with other people within the same slides. You can always email your presentation directly to someone else. And now, again, this is a feature that Google offers, but Microsoft do not offer. You can access different Google applications within the same slides. You can access Google Sheets. You can access or import things from Google Sheets. You can directly use your email. You can also use Google Keep through your Google Slides. So you can use multiple Google applications within this application of Google Slides. Then you have the downloading option, and it gives you a lot of options. Even if you've made a presentation with Google Slides and you want to convert it into Microsoft PowerPoint, it gives you an option of that. While downloading it, you can select the Microsoft PowerPoint option, and your presentation would be downloaded in the form of Microsoft PowerPoint instead of Google Slides. It can also be downloaded in form of PDF document if you don't want to download it in a form of presentation. So you can also use it as PDF, plain text, or as a picture even. So it depends on what option you want to select for downloading. You can always go for that, and when you click on it, your presentation will be downloaded in that format. You can rename your presentation. You can do that directly from here as well, and if not, you can rename your presentation from here. You can move your presentation from this menu as well, which is the file, or you can directly do it from here too. You can add shortcut to Drive if you want to. You can move to delete your presentation from here if you want to. You can also check the version history. Again, I believe this is a feature that was discussed in Google Documents as well, where if a lot of people are collaborating in the same presentation slide, let's suppose a teacher has given task of preparing a presentation, and it's a group presentation. So you can always ask them to make it through Google Slides. And in that case, you can track the progress or the contribution of each and every individual within that group by checking the version history to see which person has contributed how much in preparing that presentation slide. So in that case, the burden would not be on one person. Rather, it would be a group work, and as a teacher, you can always monitor that. If not that, even as students, if you are doing a group work, you can always go for version history in order to access a previous version that you had or the changes that you don't want to make anymore. And you can make it available offline or online from this bar as well. And then you have different options of printing available in this menu too. Now, the best part about these Google applications is that you can access these different features through multiple ways. Now, I told you that these features could be accessed through file as well, but the same some of these features could be accessed through this portion as well if you want to. So it totally depends on you, whatever suits you. Then we have the option of edit, redo, paste. If you want to paste something or not, you want to find and replace a certain thing in the slide, you can do that as well. We have the option of view, how you want to view your slides. That could be done through this option as well. If you want a slideshow, you've added any animation to your presentation. I will be covering all these features one by one, but for now, I'm just giving you a rough sketch of the options that you get here in Google Slides. There are comments, grid view, live pointer, speaker notes. If you want to zoom the slides, that those options are also available. How much you want to zoom it, zoom in, zoom out, full screen. So you can select the view of your slides from here. Now I'm going to start with insert options. You have these options of insert here in this menu as well. Plus you have the insert options available here as well. Whether you want to insert a text box, an image, shape, line, or add a comment, something that could be done through this part as well. I'm going to move to the rest of the options later on. So once you have selected a presentation, first thing that you would need to do would be selecting a theme for your presentation. Now you have some ready-made themes. Here, some of the now these themes will be applied to the entire presentation. For this one, I clicked on a simple dark one. If I want to change the theme, let's suppose I want to click on this one, focus. So now the same theme has been applied to all the slides that I'm selecting. But in this case, now I had a different color for the text. So if I'm changing theme after writing or preparing my presentation slides, so then you might want to check about the colors in case the color contrast is not working or the writing has faded due to a certain color that is used in a theme. So it's always best to select a theme at the very beginning of your presentation. If not, you can always change them in between the presentation as well. Once you've selected the theme, you can also go ahead with changing the layout, how you want that particular slide to appear. You have option of different options here. Click to add title. Now in this case, I've already added the title, which is practice. So that's why it's showing in that way. You can change the layout for each and every presentation, whichever layout suits for that particular information, you can go ahead with that. For this one, I'm going to go with the heading only. So that is how you add a theme or a layout. Now for the slide, you can always change the background as well in case you don't like the color or you want to customize the slides according to your own need. So you can always change the color. Let me just try this one. Now the color for this particular the slide, the background, it has changed. So you can change the color. If you want to, you can go for solid or you can even go for gradient colors. For example, let's do this one. Click on done. Now this is the gradient color that you have set as the background for your slide. Or you also have the option of going for a picture as a background. For example, click on choose image. Now you have different options here, whether you want to upload from your computer or you want to take a picture right away and use that as a background. You have a link that you want to paste here for a picture, or you want to take a photo from existing pictures that you have, or you want to go for Google Drive. If you have any picture on Google Drive, you can choose that. Or you have option of Google Images as well. This is, I think, the best feature of Google applications. You can access the internet directly from within that application. You don't have to minimize the presentation and go to the browser and search for a picture and then download it and then use it for the presentation. No, you don't need to download anything in your computer, so it does not take up a lot of space. Rather, you can directly access it from within those presentation slides by going to Google Images. Now, if I go for an image, let's go for this. Now I have these multiple images here that I can select as a background for my presentation. Let me just go for this. Now this has become the background for my presentation slide as a picture. So that's totally up to you. If you don't want to do that, you can reset it to the theme and all the changes made will disappear. You can also add something to the theme from here. If you have a picture and you want that to be added to the theme, or you're selecting a gradient or a color and you want to apply it to the entire theme of the presentation, so you can add it to the theme here and it will be applied to the entire presentation slide. So that's how you can change the background, the layout, or the theme of your presentation. Then you have different options of working on your presentation slides. Now, it depends on what type of layout you have chosen. You have these text box where you can always write something, or you can even copy paste from some other document that you have or internet that you want to copy paste. So you can always copy from that portion and paste it in your Google Slides here. If not, you can always go for the option of text box. Now you have these options available here as well. If not, you can always go to the insert option and you have options here too. So first one that you have is an image. Again, you can upload an image from your computer, from web, if you have any stickers, from Drive, photos, or by URL, if you have a URL for that picture, or camera, if you want to go for one right way, so you can click one on camera and you can upload that. I'll go for web. So here I want to select a picture for a grammar. I can select a picture. You can select multiple pictures as well if you want to. If not, you can select one picture at a time. You can click on insert, and that picture is going to be inserted to your existing slide. Now, earlier I told you about adding picture to a background. So automatically the entire background becomes that picture. In this case, background won't change. It is just an additional picture that you have added to your slide. And you can always customize the size of your picture if you want to. Now, in this case, let's suppose I have a picture, but I have writing as well. So I want the writing to be visible as well. So in that case, I can click on the picture and I can go for format options. I have different format options, which would include size and rotation if you want to rotate the picture or change the size. Now this could be done from directly on the picture as well. If not, you can always make these changes from this menu too. Position, whether you want it to be aligned at the top or at the bottom, that could be done by moving the picture directly as well, or by changing or doing the adjustments here. Now I'm going to go to the adjustments. You have these options of brightness, contrast, opacity, how you want the picture to appear. So you can work on the adjustments here. You can create a shadow for the picture or a reflection of that picture as well. Now in this case, I want the writing to appear. So I'm going to right click on this picture and I am going to go for order, which is an option here, and I'm going to take it to the back, send backward. Now what happened here, the writing that I had here will appear more prominently. So my writing would come first. Now again, I find it difficult to read the practice word. So what I can do is I can make adjustments to the picture by making it a bit more dull as per the requirement of my slide. Now you can see the picture has moved to the back as a background and it's still there, but much lighter. It also you can also work on the brightness of it if you want to. You can reduce or increase it, and same goes for the contrast. So those are the options that you can work on with for the picture. I'm going to increase this just to let you know the other options that we have for the picture and the things that we can do with the picture. And I'm going to bring it to the front again. So my picture has come to the front again now. Now we have options of cropping the picture as well. If you don't want these extra details, you can double click on the picture and you can crop it as per your needs. Suppose I just want to take this portion. So I'm going to crop it by adjusting it, and I'm going to click away from the picture then. It will automatically get cropped. Now, if I want to redo it, I have this option of undo here as well, which would undo the changes that I made. Or if not, I can click on the picture again, and it's going to show me the original one in the background, and I can always do the readjustments if I don't think that the readjustments done were right. So I can always readjust it to the original one and then click away, and then I have the original picture again with me. If I want to delete this picture, I don't want it anymore, or I find it disturbing the rest of the presentation, I can always click on delete and the picture could get deleted. So that's how you can insert an image from different sources to your presentation slides. Then we have the option of text box. Now, in case you have selected a slide in which you don't have a lot of options of writing wherever you want to, the layout is different, so you can always select a text box and you can type whatever you want to in the text box and it will appear. You can always change the color of the text. You can highlight it if you want to. Changing the color to white, making it bold or underlining it. You can highlight the writing as well if you want to, and that's it. So you can have these options. Now let's suppose I don't want this text box anymore, so you can always delete the text box by going and undoing it, or by deleting it from the menu, just like I showed you earlier for the picture. That's it. So it's gone. Next option in insert, we have audio. Now, in case you have prepared a presentation slide and you don't have maybe you won't be available for explaining those slides to anyone, so you can always make your audio, record your audio, and you can insert your audio from your drive, upload it to the drive or the computer, and you can always upload it to your presentation slides. So whomever you're sharing the slides with, you won't have to explain it to them yourself. Rather, they can click on the audio and the explanation would be available for them. Similarly, you can add a video if you want to, and this could be done by adding a video from Google Drive or from YouTube if you want to. You can just type something here. And it's going to, now there are two options for inserting a video. You can either insert a video by clicking on it and the entire video would be inserted, or you can copy the link and you can paste the link as well. Now for video, again, you have different options available, how you want the video to appear, whether you want the video to start automatically when that slide comes, or you want it to be played through clicking. Here you have these options: play on click, click or play automatically or play manually. You can select that. When do you want the video to start? When do you want the video to stop? If it's a long video and you just need a clip from it, so you can adjust the timing for it. You can change the position of where you want the video to appear on the slide. That is totally up to you. And when you click on it, just click on it and show you how it works.
I'm sorry, but you lost a few points on this essay because you kept making this mistake. So here, take these M&Ms. It's a decent amount.
Now this is how the video could be played from your slides. If not, you can always you can also create a loop, or you can copy the URL and you can paste the link instead of the entire video in your slide. So we have that option as well. Then we have shapes. You can insert different shapes in order to make flow charts. You can always add different shapes, or If you want any callouts or arrows, so you can take it from this. You have table option. If you want to create a table, you can select how many columns you want, and it will appear here automatically. So you can insert a table as well. We can insert charts. Now, this is how what I was talking about, that you can access different Google applications to your slides by adding Google Sheets, something from Google Sheets to your slides as well. Then you have lines and other options as well. This is a useful option of comment. You can add it from insert option as well, or you can click here and that would add a comment. Now let's suppose you have a presentation slide from someone and you want to pass a comment on it. So you can write your comment. Now, if you want to have this comment specified for someone, you can tag them here. If you want it to be random for anyone, so what you can do is you can skip this portion out, and if you want to specify it for someone, you can also notify them by sending an email. By adding a comment here and sending an email to them, they would automatically get it that you have suggested something through comments. So I don't want to specify it to anyone. I can make it a random comment for anyone. Now my comment has been added here. Now whoever is working, they can add a reaction as well. If not, you have more options. You can edit, you can delete, see reactions to your comments. Now let's suppose you have a lot of comments made and a person has already worked on those changes that they were needed to make. So they can click on the tick, or you can click on the tick that this comment has this problem has been resolved, and the comment will disappear on its own. Then you have options of again adding different themes and slides. If you want to delete or duplicate anything, you can choose that from here. And then you have these tools where you can add a spelling check, autocorrect dictionary to it, or check the history, notifications you can add. So these are the different features that you can take help from within your slides. Now I'm going to move on to these options. This is the version history. Now it is the current version, I'm working on it, and these are the different versions of the same presentation. Now this is what I told you about, that if you have a lot of people collaborating, so you can check the progress of each one of them through version history as well. Or if you want to go to any previous version that you had, you can access it through version history, and that can help you out. Show all comments. Now all the comments made by anyone on this presentation slides, you can view those comments, and if they are resolved, it will also show you that they have been marked as resolved. This is another option provided by Google. Let's suppose you've made a presentation and you want to present it in an online meeting right away. So you have this option of accessing Google Meet right through your presentations by going here and starting a new meeting, or using a meeting code where to whom you want to present, you can do that. Then we have this option of share, which is very important. Through this, you can collaborate with different people in your presentation slides. Now, let's suppose you want to give access to someone to your presentation slides. So you can type their name here, and their email ID would automatically appear. So if I click on this, I have this option of notifying. They'll be notified through an email. So if you want to notify them, you can click on this. If not, they already know about it, you can always remove this option. If you want to add a message and let them know what they need to do in with those slides, you can add a message along with it as well. this option we have for viewer, commenter, and editor. Now, if you want them to just view the presentation that you've made, you can make them the viewer. If you want them to comment on whatever what you've done, you can make them the commenter. Or if you want to give complete access to them and they can make any change that they want to, you can make them the editor. And once you select this option, you can click on send and they will receive this notification and they'll be the collaborators for this presentation then. Another option you get, now I'm the owner of it, so it's showing that I own this presentation. I've not shared it with anyone yet. Another option is this general access. Now it is restricted right now, so no one can access it. But if I change it to anyone with the link, so with anyone, I'm sharing the link, they can view it, comment on it, or become the editor. Now, whenever I'm sharing my slides with the students, I choose this option, anyone with a link, so I don't have to add their email IDs individually. Rather, I just share the link with them, and I choose the option of viewer. So they cannot make any changes to the presentation slides that I've made, but they can view it and they can go through all the presentation that I have prepared. So you can do that, copy the link, and you can share the link with anyone you want to, and they'll have access to this presentation. Once you're done, you can click on done, and it will change the status of the presentation. And anyone with whom you've shared, they can work on it or they can view the presentation slides, whatever option you want for them to select. Then we have the slideshow. Once your presentation is prepared and then you want to see how it is going to appear for the viewer, so you can go for the slideshow and you can always go through your presentation, and that's going to help you out with the presentation viewing. Then we have a very good feature of extension that you get in Google Slides to make your slides more interactive. You can make them interactive by collaborating with someone in the slides, but you can also make your presentation slides more interactive if you don't want them to work within the presentation slides, yet you want to engage them through some activity. So you have different add-ons here. You can get different add-ons. Now I have this peer deck add-on already included in my Google Slides, but how can you get it? By going to add-ons, click on it, and it's going to lead you to a menu where you can select different applications that you want to add to your Google Slides. I'm going to go for peer deck, and I'm going to let you know how peer deck works. Now, here is the option of peer deck. Now, I've already installed it in my Google Slides, so it's showing installed. So I don't need to reinstall it. But that's how you click on, and that's how you access the add-ons. Now, I have this add-on peer deck, and I'm going to open it and show you how you can make your slides even more interactive than just collaboration. Now I have added just few slides from peer deck, which are from the ready-made template gallery, to make them more interactive. And I've not changed the themes or anything. I just changed the question a little by adding the slide and then clicking on it, and whatever change you want to make, you can do that. So I've added these slides to peer deck. And how did I do that? By you have this ready-made template gallery. Now, other than that, you have these options as well. You can select from here too, but here some of the slides are premium version. You have to pay for them. So in order to use them for free, you can always go for the template gallery. And there you have options of some slides for the beginning of a lesson, some during the lesson, or some at the end of the lesson. Plus, you have options for different learning developments like critical thinking, social and emotional learning, then some subject areas for math, science, social studies, world languages, etc. So you can go for whatever option is more suitable. Now, let me just show you the beginning of a lesson. Now, you have options here for a text slide or a drawing slide. You can click on it and it will automatically appear here in this left menu, and you can make changes to the question if needed. Now, I've added some of the slides already, and I am going to help you in working on those slides. Let me click on start the lesson. Once you're done making your slides, you can click on start your lesson, and it's going to give you two options: student-based activity and instructor-based activity. Now, in instructor-based activity, I would be in full command of how I want to navigate through the slides, how much time I want to give for each slide. In student-based, I won't have those commands with me, but in case it is asynchronic teaching, then you can go for student-based. If it is asynchronic, you want on-the-spot responses, and you want to give your review to those responses, you can go for instructor-based activity, and you can change it while presenting as well. So I'm going to go for instructor-based right now. Okay. I just faced this problem earlier with the peer deck, and again, I think there's... Okay, now when you click on it, it leads you to the presentation slides, and it generates a code for the participants. And once they access the code, they can work on the slides.
You can
Now,
try again. You can try again, Miss Rabia. Sometimes it takes a little time to start.
Yeah, I just cross-checked it before the presentation, and it worked perfectly fine. It just stopped working again now.
I think it would be better if the students can see it and then join it. Sometimes the internet is actually a bit slow.
Yeah, I think it is the same problem with the internet. Let me just check a different connection if I can find it. I'll try to put this one.
Okay, I think she'll be back in a minute. Guys, can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me show you how the peer deck works. If Ma'am Rabia joins us back, then obviously we can ask her to present. So this is my slide, Google slides that I have made, and these are the presentations and some activities for the students. Now let me start the lesson. And again, it's going to be instructor based. Now there's going to be a code that will be generated, and you can all see that code. So once you see the code, type the code and join it. Now let me just go with these permissions. Sometimes it gets a little slow. Okay. Now you can see this code here, EVNCTQ. Type in your browser joinpd.com. Okay, joinpd.com. And then they will ask you for this code here. So join this code. I hope you can see it, everyone. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So write in your browser joinpd.com in your mobiles, and then write EVNCTQ, this code. And you can see here that no students have connected yet. Or I can give a link to you guys as well. Okay, this is the link. 2 students have connected. Four students have connected. I need at least 10 students so that we can start with this activity. It is very interesting activity, very interactive. And such options are only available on Google Suites, Google Apps, and Google Slides. Okay, 7 students have joined. Okay, 10 students have joined. If you're still joining, I can wait for 2 more minutes. Otherwise, I'll just start with the class. Okay, 13 students have joined. Should I start the class or someone else is joining?
Ma'am, I think we should start. Others will join along.
Yeah, okay. So this is the presentation. I'll just move. I mean, this is the, something about Pear Deck, that it's on a mission to help teachers deliver powerful learning moments. And, basically it's for interactive, being interactive. Okay, so this is the activity. Draw or type 2 things you already know in today's topic. You already knew in today's topic. You can see from the students, on your own Pear Deck, you have options of showing, writing down. You have pen, or you have something, something, it's a pen or rubber to show it, to write it down. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. There are some options.
Yes, there is a pen, there is a drawing pen
Okay,
or
I've joined, but I think my internet is a little slow. So if they could just work on your peer deck, I think that would save us some time and they could experience how it works.
yes, yes, of course. So I think they are trying to write down some things or type something. I've got some responses. What if I show those responses? You will see that the people that have written down anything or not. Okay, somebody has drawn a picture or used a dot. Okay. So maybe they're still trying to, write down something. I think there's an option of text as well. If you click on text, you can, it would be easy for you to uh, type something on it instead of drawing.
Yes, I think the text option is much easier, especially when you are conducting it in big classrooms. So they can always write something down, or they can use the draggable slides where you just have to move the slide, the dot, and that helps you out as well.
All right, so I'm going to go to the next slide, which is, okay, no, this is not an activity. Okay, what are the two things you already know about types of reading? And I think it will require an answer, a paragraph kind of an answer.
There is one thing that I would want to add here. These PATEX slides could be used for assessing students' pre-knowledge about something or their takeaways after a certain presentation. But please do not use them for the purpose of testing the knowledge of the students, because you cannot grade them. And earlier you could see the answers of those students anonymously in instructor-based mode, but now you get those answers and you don't know about who answered that question or what was the answer written by any particular person. So they cannot be used for authentic grading purposes, but you can always use them for interaction in the classroom or making your students more attentive, or let them participate more in your presentations by adding these PEDX slides to your existing Google slides. So that is the purpose for PEDX extension as well.
Yes. Yes. So if you have, yeah. Yes, if it's just if you say, or taking some time, I'll just see if I have more interactive slides. Okay, so this is a blank, fill in the blank kind of exercise. So basically, these are all the templates that you can find on Pear Deck, and you can edit them. You don't have to use them as it is. Okay, so people are typing. This is the responses.
Ma'am, I have a question, please, if you could answer.
Okay, I'm going to skip this slide just 1 second. This is
Okay.
also a blank. I want to go to something new. If there is any new slide on it. Okay, circle the words that types of free writing, that are types of free writing. Yes, please, you can ask the question. In the meanwhile, everybody, they can do this activity, the others. Yes, please. Okay, I'm going to click on show responses. So there are people who have encircled. Okay. I'm going to hide responses and I'm going to end this now. Although we might have more left, more slides, but still I'm going to end this and I'm going to. Miss Rabia, would you like to share your slides?
Yes, please. Now, I think that was all that I wanted to discuss about Google Slides. So if you people have any questions regarding the features that we covered so far, I'll be happy to take your questions and answer them. So
Okay.
you can write them in brackets, or you
Yeah.
can unmute yourself and ask me yourself.
Okay, there is one thing that I wanted to show you again. One thing on this slideshow, even if you're not using the peer deck, I'm just going to close it. There's also an option of presenter's view from here as well. You can see the presenter's view. Like if you're giving a presentation and if you have written some notes here in this line, like any kind of handout, any kind of notes that you want to read from during presentation, you can write them here. For every slide, you can have notes written here. And if you don't want the viewers to see your notes and you want to present it, I mean, you just want them to see the presenter's view, only the slides. So you can click on the presenter's view here. And you can see this is your view. This is the view which the audience is looking at, which the audience is seeing. And these are the notes that appear here with every slide. And nobody can, see those notes. You can simply read from these notes here and click on the next slide or the previous slide from this side. You can present from like this as well. So this is already built-in feature of Google Slides. Without the extension, without the peer deck, you can, also present it like this. So, and you can write notes here at the bottom. Anything you want to write for your convenience, you can write here. Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing it. Yes, you can ask questions from Ms. Rabia or from me or from, both of us.
I think there was someone who had a question.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Yes, please, Ali.
Actually, there was some internet disruption, so वो जो option था वो मैं देख नहीं सका जहाँ से वो on होता है. जो last आपने explain किया ना, per like something. तो slides में वो कहाँ से access होता है वो option वो मैं नहीं देख सका.
Okay, I think there's some issue with the connectivity, so I could not catch your entire question, but I think you're asking about where I could access Peer Deck from. So I'm going to share
Yes,
my
exactly.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen again to let you know about how I accessed my Peer Deck. Okay, I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, you have this option of extensions here. When you click on extensions, if you've not already downloaded Peer Deck, so you're going to go for the first option, that is add-ons. And then it is going to take you to get add-ons. Once you click on get add-ons, you can type here Peer Deck and it will show you the option of Peer Deck and you can install it from here. Let me just show you. Here, you can type Peer Deck. You can click on the option of Peer Deck. Now I have already installed it, so I'm not getting that option here, but as you won't have installed this already, so you will get the option of install here. When you click on it, it will automatically get installed. Then you can access it once it's installed. You can access it from extensions by clicking on extensions, and it is going to appear at the end. You can click on Peer Deck for Google Slides add-on, open Peer Deck add-on, and it's going to open this menu for you. that you can see on the right side. And then you have these templates and all the options available. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's clear. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
Yes, please. Any other questions or any feedback, any remarks? I think it was something new for them, so I think they need to practice it first before starting it.
Yes, I totally get that, because the first time we were introduced to this Google Slides before our Google certification, I was overwhelmed with all the information as well. So I believe when you start practicing it, that's when a lot of questions come up. And in case if they have any questions, even later on, I'd be happy to help them out with answers. So I don't have any issue. You can always let me know about the questions that they have, and I'll be glad to answer them.
Sure. Thank you so much. Aisha, you can take over.
So thank you so much, Ma'am Rabia, for such an informative session. Before we end, I want all the participants to please mark their attendance once again.
Yes, Aisha, can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for this wonderful opportunity. I really enjoyed going through all the features again.
Yes, it's been after a long time, all of my the people who were in the English Works first cohort, they are presenting again after I think more than a year, and it's on Zoom after a long time.
It's a pleasure for us. Thanks for the opportunity.
No, thank you so much for coming and giving us an insightful session on Google Slides and Google Apps. And believe me, everyone, Google Apps are very good for nowadays. You should know how to work on Google Apps.
Indeed.
You guys, hurry up. 5 students are left.
Ma'am, the poll is not showing up.
Click on the 3 dots where more is written. Click on those 3 dots and then click
Yes,
on.
I have it, but there are only 2 options. Are there meeting settings and disconnect audio?
Okay. Kindly write your name in the chat box then. Those who have missed.
Okay.
All right. Yes, Aisha?
So I once again extend my heartfelt gratitude to our honorable guest speaker, Ms. Rabia Shah, for such an insightful session. I also thank all the participants for their participation and cooperation during this session. This is all from our side today. Thank you all for joining, and happy Iftari.